What's up? What's up? We're back. Appreciate you tuning in to live music reviews with me, DJ Pain One. Let me make sure that we are live on Instagram and all other platforms. Are we? Are we there? We okay? Cool. We're all good. And we are in for a shorter show than normal. You know, we've been doing this every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is new. And so we haven't even done it for a full week, but I appreciate all of you tuning in. Oh, shout out to Kyle in the chat. My name is DJ Pain One. I'm a multi-platinum producer. I'm here to review your music. Please submit at djpain1.com. That is the only place to submit. Please don't email me. Please don't DM me. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out Lord Magnus. Yeah, I got your submission. Sci-fi Cartier. Yeah, submit at djpain1.com or just click the button. There should be a link there. Shout out to everyone on Instagram and on YouTube and a couple of people on Facebook that are tuned in. Let's get things started. We got the premium submission, Kinetic Eye. Kinetic Eye is a friend of the show. He's been on a couple of times. I want to say this is his third or fourth time submitting. So let me throw on the Q701s and check out our first artist. The name of the track is Genesis. The artist is Kinetic Eye.
Grew up a PK, still chose the streets, boy. Prepared for war, that's how you get the peace, boy. I'm hotter than clues, there's a storm, wind release, boy. And they ain't even my final form, capiche, boy. Kinetic Eye, hot like popcorn and grease, boy. I mean oil, I'm my own grammar police, boy. Soul keeper, nigga, my soul to keep, boy. Grave digger, reaper, the God in me sleep, boy. Me and you is me collectively, boy. Turn my friend upside down, I beat cheeks, boy. You think the enemy's over, he underneath, boy. Bermuda Triangle, hard spine, and teeth, boy. Yeah, I've been known to drop signs since speech, boy. Black sand, I bring sand to the beach, boy. Black man from Indian to Chief, boy. Don't get bitter like hot tea when it steeps, boy. Whoa.
This is Genesis, we're getting rid of twist, and he's kinetic. He's a lyricist with real gifts. Taking all your nemesis. Whoa. This is Genesis, we're getting rid of twist, and he's kinetic. He's a lyricist with real gifts. Taking all your nemesis.
You put your best mind in, and you do the hokey pokey. Some don't give a fuck that they foul like Charles Oakley. Addicted when I figured it out, was all hopely. The shovel picking sickle come out, I grind slowly. Slow money's your money, bro, this nigga told me. Most minds younger than babies, embryoli. Even if it's cold, I'm gon' flow, Eskimoli. Form a gigolo that glow in the goalie. Festive like boughs of holly, mistletoe effects when it's sealed with a kiss, dominoli, ho ho ho, cause the jingle bells holy, kinetic rap slap niggas silly, vertigoli, unknown to known my name, status quoli, vibing when I'm busting the nut, pistachioli, outgrow plateaus above so belowly, dominate all numerators, ratioli. Whoa.
Genesis.
How do you hate flutes, Niles?
We're getting rid of twist, and he's kinetic. He's a lyricist.
So you don't like the mask off beat?
Taking all your nemesis. Whoa. This is Genesis. We're getting rid of twist, and he's kinetic. He's a lyricist with real gifts. Taking all your nemesis.
kinetic guy, laid back like a sedative. Parts of speech living, I be noun, verb, and adjective. First person, third person, present participle. Conjunction, junction, function, nigga, colder than a popsicle. Infernal lyrical, cook you like a sterno. Now they keep my name in their mouth. Yo, no homo. They think they caddies more like Sards and Volvos. Helping our brothers out, acronym is hobo. I freaking slow Joe, cause most be dodo. It's okay, this old thing, think nothing of it. I be above it like garage in a brownstone. I choose to love it, always on like dial tone. My lamp, I rub it, get the genie on your stomach. This juice be super magical, lyrics slam batical. My yeses is blessings, my nose is so emphatical. I stay warm, cause hot and cold be too dramatical. Whoa.
This a genesis, we're getting rid of twist, and he's committed. He's a lyricist with real gifts.
Chilling with a what?
This a genesis, we're getting rid of twist, and he's
Is that a reference to something, Lord Magnus? Because those two things don't go together. I like the flute melody of the beat. I do feel like the beat just needs better sound selection. Honestly, I think the beat it does sound a little dated. You're right. It's a lot of people in the chat are saying that about the beat. It just isn't making that big of an impact. And I feel like this song, lyrically, at least the first two voices, this might be my favorite of his. But it's kind of like theme music. It's like his theme song. And I like that premise. I feel like he did his thing on the first two verses. The third verse, I wasn't a fan of just because it felt like the song could have done without the third verse. At a certain point, he was just kind of making words up to rhyme, and the rhyme schemes weren't really what they were the first two verses. The first two verses had some pretty good syllables and some pretty good lines. Now said the drums are sort of lightweight. Yeah, it just and someone else said they were listening on their phone and the mid ranges didn't translate. So it did feel like the beat sounded like something like I would have made in 2008. You know what I mean? And I feel like it could have just been more majestic, given that it is a like a theme song. This is your theme music. Hook, I like the idea of it. It felt like your vocals were recorded and produced really well, but the vocals on the hook were just unclear for some reason. Maybe it was the layers. I don't know. I would personally refine the hook, really find someone that can work well with a singer as far as a producer goes, and either get that same producer to update the sound selection in the beat. Maybe use a different instrument. Maybe use brass. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad, Lord Magnus. You were referencing the song. Yeah. I think the song has potential. I think it's worth reworking. Yeah, I think it's worth reworking. Certainly, definitely keep the first two verses and keep the energy and the intent of that hook, because everyone needs a theme song, right? So this is your theme music. This is like your walkout music. It just needs to come together just a little better, especially on that hook. That hook really needs to translate, and the beat really needs to set the tone for theme music. I would have gone for something, that 2000 sound is coming back anyway. People are starting to flip those early 2000s beats, or just create stuff that feels like Atlanta. Like Niall says, more DJ Toom. Yeah, like the drummer boy DJ Toom. People are starting to, Lex Luger, modernize those tracks. So I think this is a good opportunity for something like that. All right, let me switch the graphics out right quick. I swear they keep moving the button. And up next, we got Supreme Bean with Stay Away.
New collab, check it out. Hey, yo, it's screaming Big Burt. Leave you on the floor inert. You make enemies revert. Your rap career will be curt. Me, you don't want to irk. Cause I'm liable to go berserk. When my people dilate, make sure you on high alert. You might want to avert my dominance. I'ma assert. I make doubters convert. Cause they now see my true worth. About to be the biggest artist on earth. My whole life path, I'm a reverse. If it ain't about nothing beneficial, then we can't converse. Verses, nobody fucking with these verses. Stakes onto their assholes is when I unearth them. In the category of bitch ass niggas where I insert them. Bubblehead niggas, I boast them. They my seeds, I birth them. To the trap, I load them. Got them sick, they can't cure them. Yeah, you hurt him. Show her a rap, you can't curve him. A Djokovic, I serve him all the accolades, I deserve them. Post the turbo, my student course, no peace, I disturb them. My person nerves them. I feel the anxieties. All for us takes priority. Favored by the majority. Game winning rapper, rap offenders, and we the authority. The fact my words I don't retract the reason that they lauded me. Whole crowd applauding me. My conduct disorderly. Everything substantiated after the hate is ordered me. Next up, they calling me. The way these rap niggas spit is appalling me. All the hate being enthralling me just makes them give me more of me. On the mic I do it morbidly. Rap for an entree ordered me. I take out 10 quarterly. Ain't no one nice according to me. I'm the best that you heard in the wild. My vocal style like death rolls or crocodiles. I went higher this for a little while. Now you copying my whole style. Better take your ass to 8 Mile. You broken 8 how. To take over I vow. Even younger child hit me with a wow. Fire tracks been compiled. Got so-called gangsters scared to come out. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. Check that flow out, yo. Word is bomb.
It sounds that way because it was. What the fuck is going on upstairs? Oh, okay. Someone's at my house. I thought my cats were doing that. Hold on one second. I thought my cats were rearranging furniture. I didn't realize that cats could do that, but they can do anything. I've seen a raccoon lift a cinder block. That's a story for a later time. Anyway, Supreme Bean, yeah. We're not even going to comment on the mix because it wasn't a studio recording. And so I guess I kind of question why he submitted the track. Maybe he just wants feedback on the lyrics. Again, it wasn't a studio recorded track. I'll accept anything, I'll review anything, but I'm not going to sit here and point out the obvious, which is that it was a really low quality recording. So this is not a competition, it's a feedback session. But initially my feedback would just be like, please put your best foot forward. At very least, record in like BandLab or something with the headset that comes with your phone. Lord Magnus says I'm getting Wu-Tang Clan from his flow though. So yes, it kind of felt like how RZA rap, like how RZA came in on Triumph. And RZA always had this kind of slurred style that was dope because it was only a little bit, it was subtle. When he would slur, it was subtle. This guy was slurring like crazy, not because that was just kind of his aesthetic, but because he was trying to fit way too many words in, and it just didn't make sense in terms of the meter. So please focus on the fundamentals. Please focus on the the meter, the rhythm, the cadence when you rap. Also, I know this was supposed to be a verse that really showcased his lyrical ability. They were just, I think really focusing on the fundamentals like rhyme schemes, meter will serve you well. You have a cool voice, but you rhymed verses with birth them. And it's just, like I said, you got to really put your best foot forward when you're giving people their first taste of your music. it's got to just be undeniable. Like you have to put your all into it. The burden is on you to exceed all expectations as the new upcoming aspiring artist. And so that would mean probably not recording on a phone, probably not slurring words and delivering them in an awkward meter, probably writing lines that impress you and then going back and revising things. So I really think it's just a matter of you taking stock of your career and seeing what direction you want to go in and really what fundamentals need work for you to move forward and build on a much stronger foundation. Oh shit, we got Scuba Steve. Sorry, Scuba Steez. I don't know if he's in the chat, but shout out to Scuba Steez. The name of the track is Attached. I believe this one has a hook because the last two ones he submitted didn't have a hook. He promised me a hook, so let's see. I like the beat already.
I got 2 cigarettes left in my pack. I'm hitting a bitch, I don't know like that. I'm rolling my blunts and writing my raps. I'm keeping it simple while living too fast. Trying not to get attached, yeah. Trying not to get attached, yeah. I've been rolling up loud, my head in the ground and my feet in the clouds. Live life upside down, but ain't down for the count, won't throw in the towel. Never been a quitter, just a fan of liquor. Trying to calm my temper, rolling Denver. Strategize my future ventures and pacify any thoughts that hinder. Make my name one to remember. Meet good girls and make them sinners. Leave on a high note like a tenor. I'm Steez and I'm colder than December. I'm the beast in the room when the problems enter. I'm taking that ball and snapping like sinners. This joint got me floating away like the embers. I'm knowing the ties I might have to sever. I got 2 cigarettes left in my pack. I'm hitting a bitch, I don't know like that. I'm rolling my blunts and writing my raps. I'm keeping it simple while living too fast. Trying not to get attached, yeah. Trying not to get attached, yeah. Find a complex and a simple. Yeah, I'm trying to solve these riddles. Crashing like a symbol, I'm trying to find a symbol. Invest a lot of time trying to make it back triple. Praying to the universe, trees and the crystals. I'll make a way, do it nickel by nickel. Can't lose my balance, I dribble like Mitchell. Tongue made a blade, this sickle official. No corners on soul is sacred. Living with joy and survive off hatred. Drinking alone in my home, I'm wasted. Lord bless my thoughts and bless my cadence. Could be the greatest, won't talk or debate it. They making a statement, just sign it and date it. And shut the fuck up, make your vocal cords vacant. Ain't fucking with agents or force it forsaken. I got 2 cigarettes left in my pack. I'm hitting a bitch, I don't know like that. I'm rolling my blunts and writing my raps. I'm keeping it simple while living too fast. Trying not to get attached, yeah. Trying not to get attached, yeah. I got 2 cigarettes left in my pack. I'm hitting a bitch, I don't know like that. I'm rolling my blunts and writing my raps. I'm keeping it simple while living too fast. Trying not to get attached, yeah. Trying not to get attached, yeah.
Will. Damn, man. Let me figure out what the name actually says. Willie Mo 44 says this one is nice. Needs a producer that knows how to properly polish it, but all the elements are there. Yeah, I think he's not from Denver. He's from out here. Yeah. He has a strong theme here. I think the concept of the song is dope. I think the beat is great. Official Dilphonic says low end should be hitting harder. He missed a few pockets in the beginning. Yeah. There's a few pockets that could have been more energy. The beat's hard. Yeah. I honestly think, and this is just always my preference when it comes to recording as a producer, I don't like the I don't like the doubles. I just don't like adding doubles. I think without the doubles, the leads would have been much better. And then just throw a little delay on the vocals, do a little more vocal production, but just one strong lead. Because I think the doubles, one, they're never perfectly on. And like, yeah, you can use Vocal Line and you can use all different types of plugins to make sure that they're completely on. But then I feel like if you just have 2 layers of leads and they're just both centered, what's the point? You're going to end up getting phased unless you're doing entirely different octaves or your textures or something with your vocals. And this was just 2 layers of the same thing. I would discourage all artists from doing that. Just because it'll be a stronger lead, a more present lead, and the producer can do way more. What else? I think hmm, uh no, Suno actually offered me money. I have an email right now in my inbox from Suno offering me money. Fuck Suno. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think the track is dope. I think if the vocals were just a single lead, then the hook could be a lot more melodic. You could do a little subtle tuning on it too. But yeah, I think overall it's a good song. The feedback in the and by the way, chat, if you're in the chat, I want you to participate in the feedback too, because oftentimes you have great feedback. You've heard things that I haven't heard. You have suggestions that I didn't think of, or we're on the same page, and you actually can articulate it better than I can. So I appreciate that. Let's see what else. Who do we have next? We have Ron the Don, Pick Up the Pen. I think that's the full name. Yep. Ron the Don, Pick Up the Pen. Let's listen to it. Why is it not working? There we go.
Run it down. Shit, who gonna be right? Who gonna be wrong? Who gonna turn the city on? Finally I pick up the pen. Finally I pick up the pace. There's no time for a mistake. Smoke one to the face. All hoes get erased. Gotta keep one just in case.
I know the mix. That's a Buck Roll beat. I know that mix is crazy because that kick is so clear.
All my cards are perfectly placed. It's up to you what you wanna chase. Finally I pick up the pen. Finally I pick up the pace. There's no time for a mistake. Smoke one to the face. All hoes get erased. Gotta keep one just in case. All my cards are perfectly placed. It's up to you what you wanna chase. Make sure you can do the race with enough space. Take a look at my trunk space. I pull up while they all have a dumb face. I knew this would happen one day. Pray for better days on a Sunday. Run a dawn on a one way. Get there faster than a subway. She asked me when I'ma fall in love. I tell her one day. I'm on a Victor runway. If she a hoe, make your money, don't run away. You say you changed, but there's nothing different. My love made a difference. So what have you done different? Take a look at what they done to 3. I'm the last person, you can't run from me. You were placed right in front of me. Now you make fun of me when you used to run to me. Now you can't say nothing to me. I'ma lose them all on 3. On 2 for thinking you can shit on who? On 1 for thinking you're the one. I've been holding out, so it's about time finally I pick up the pen. Finally I pick up the pace. There's no time for a mistake. Smoke one to the face. All hoes get erased. Gotta keep one just in case. All my cards are perfectly placed. It's up to you what you wanna chase. Finally I pick up the pen. Finally I pick up the pace. There's no time for a mistake. Smoke one to the face. All hoes get erased. Gotta keep one just in case. All my cards are perfectly placed. It's up to you what you wanna chase.
Yeah, Willie Mo. I think the cadence has potential. I don't know if he necessarily needs to step up the energy. I really think it's just a matter of because like you don't say that necessarily to someone like Larry June or Currency. They have a laid back flow, and I think that's fine. He has a unique voice, and I appreciate that level of authenticity from him. Okay, shout out to Sleepy Montana. The beat is mixed really well. I think the vocals are fine. I think the main thing with the rapper is just figuring out what his cadence is because the cadence wasn't consistent. It's real laconic. In other words, there are a lot of gaps throughout. And I think that can work. I mean, if that's his aesthetic, where it's just this kind of real laid back flow with the gaps, okay, cool. That's his style. Great. A lot of rappers don't do that, so it's his. They can be his thing. We just have to figure out what he just has to figure out. I don't have to figure out anything. He just has to figure out how to refine that to the point where it's really down to a science and it's effortless. Because right now, I think a lot of those pauses do sound awkward and his meter switches. So the end rhymes, I wrote down a couple of them. Like when Dumb Face came out, it wasn't landing on the same beats as the previous two syllables. So it was a bisyllabic rhyme, and then the following line was off. That there was no symmetry. Same with One Way. So there's a lot to be done. I think in terms of just rapping, like that's enough to handle. That's enough homework for him. If you want to take it a step further, I think as far as the vocal production goes, the mix goes, the vocals are really dry. And again, he kind of did what my man Scuba Steez did and just doubled everything. I would challenge you to just really do one strong lead and then work on some pretty dope effects, like a good effects chain. Yeah. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Dudes are really, really thirsty for my attention. It's weird. All right, we got S. Brazy Rose. By the way, this is a music review. This is not a can you flirt your way into DJ Pain 1's heart competition. So if you want to submit a song, go to djpain1.com and I will review your track. It can be a beat too. It doesn't have to be a song. It can be a beat. And I don't discriminate genres. Everything is cool. With me, I will review it. I will give you an honest review, and I appreciate everyone who is submitting. We got S. Brazy Rose, and then we're going to get into 4 tracks from my Discord. If you want to submit your beats via the Discord, if I ever have free slots, then you will just get on for free. So join the Discord, patreon.com/DJPain1. You should join the Discord anyway if you're a producer, because we're collaborating on beats every single week. I uploaded a beat collab opportunity yesterday. So tune in for that. This is the last song on the list, and we got 4 beats. S. Brazy Rose with Us or US. I don't know. It's capitalized. So let's listen to that. Yeah, everyone needs therapy. My mental health. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I like this beat so far. Okay, I think the title is Us. It's just in all caps.
And the hang-ups, you still my king, and I'm forever your queen. Yeah. I hold you down when you're not around. You know I'm down. This crazy love we found. What about us? Ooh-wee. What about us? What about us, baby? You and me against the world. What about us, baby? What about us? I'll be there for you whenever you need me. You take the lead and I will follow indeed. Yeah. You are my destiny. I give you everything.
What layering are you referring to, Oscar?
You are my everything. What about us, baby? What about us? What about us? Ooh, you and me against the world. What about us? Ooh, what about us?
Damn, I like the hook melody a lot. I don't necessarily understand the connection between the words of the hook and the verses in the song. I like the beat. So, okay, this feels kind of like a neo soul track, right? And okay, Oscar says the beat is well layered. Yeah, it feels like a neo soul track. I honestly wish that this were more of a neo soul track. I do like a more traditional neo soul track because I feel like the voice would fit better over that kind of production and those kinds of instruments. I also they have a great voice and they have great control over their voice. I do think that their songwriting leaves a little to be desired. The melodies are great. The melodies are super clear, but they're also super dry. So there's really no vocal production. There are no harmonies. I think working with a songwriter and a producer, both who are in the neo soul genre and the R&B genre, could really create some classic sounding material for you because your voice is there. Your voice is there, right? This is I would take this as a demo to a team of people who can really bring out the best. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about like in person going into a studio with some people that can do all that. Because again, the talent is there. You would just need to refine it. I think that's the beauty of the purpose of these reviews. So now let's transition over into the beats from the Discord. We got Met the Force. I don't even know. It's Metaforce or it's Met the Force. It's kind of a play on the word metaphor. This is the beat. What is the name of it? Hold up. Right now. Oh, this is one of the collabs from the Discord. So I get to listen to one of the collabs. And I'm sorry if you're on Instagram Live, I have not been seeing those comments. Shout out to everyone on Instagram. I don't know why you're asking for the Twitch. There's no Twitch. All right, chat, especially if you're listening on a phone or in a car, let me know what you think of the mix. It sounds good in the headphones, but a headphone mix is one environment, even though these are pretty honest open back headphones. I actually would like some effects on the scratches and just turn them down a little in the mix. I know that's from one of my sample packs, but I would pull them back in the mix and then add some more effects on them so they're a little more ambient, like ear candy, not so much an actual lead vocal scratch. I mean, I think the drum programming is dope. Willie Mo says the mix has some interesting automation, keeps the ear interesting, great dynamics. Yeah, dynamics are hard to achieve for a lot of folks, and I think Metaphors definitely has achieved that. Niles is a critic. Niles says those drums sound crispy as fuck. I don't need that little roll to happen so often. Love the scratches also. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I gave feedback on this. I think the mix is great. As a matter of fact, please send me the stems to this. I think the mix is great. I think the sound selection is dope. I do agree with Niles though that the roll doesn't need to happen so often. I'm not mad at it happening as often as it does. Um, are you asking me what method I use for programming drums? Or are you asking the guy whose beat we just heard? That's a good question. Um, yeah, overall, I think it's a great beat. I think it's sequenced really well, perfectly formatted for a rapper. There's a lot of space, and as was it Niles? No, as Willie Mo 44 said, great dynamics. All right, we got Grace Boykin next with a beat titled FDR Drive, I think. Shout out to Casey Cake Baker. Shout out to Singing Doll, Third Music, Molly, Alex. There's a lot of people in here. Architect Music. Oh, Stanley Robinson. What kind of method do I use for my drums? I don't know. Just make them loud and, and soft click. That's kind of it. I like the main loop a lot. I mean, because it feels like 80s progressive rock, which you know. Yeah, Niles, I would say, yeah, it's drill rapper. I can hear a lot of rappers getting on this. There's plenty of space in the vocal range. And Die Free Music, yeah, I think it is different for a drill track, but it has a lot of energy. What I'll say is there are just some pitch problems. So that little, I don't know if it sounds like a sample chop where the guitar is walking up. I love it, but it's in a different key. So if yeah, Lord Magnus, it sounds like if Chicago was a hip hop band. Kind of, yeah. I could see. I don't know what the sample is. I would just really go in and correct the pitch of that little sample piece, and then also correct the pitch of the low end because I think some of those notes are incorrect. But otherwise, I think it's a great idea. Also, I feel like the low mids are really, really, really wide open. So there is something that you could fill that space with. Don't go past that because that piano that's occupying the highs, and you don't need to crowd out the vocals. But I think you're putting a lot of cool ideas together. Just fix the pitch, and I think you have a really interesting drill beat. That's what even the chat is saying, that it's something different, something that they haven't heard before. Who else? No, Mr. Luca Logreco, we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram Live. Someone said if Pokemon and Drill had a baby, I don't know. I have no comment. All right, we got Lord Magnus. He is in the chat, and the title of this is simply a Nipsey Hussle type beat. So let's listen to it. Yeah, because Niles, that was like 80s rock. I don't know if it was 80s prog rock, but it had its similarities. I love beats with those kind of beats. Hey, I appreciate that, Dollar Sign Love. Thank you. It does have a West Coast sound to it. So I see why you would say Nipsey Hussle type beat. I like those vocals in the background a lot. I feel like the bass line. Two things that I would suggest. I feel like the bass line is moving too much, and so it's not really anchoring the beat down. I would like the bass line to, at least the main refrain, the main loop, to be a little more simple and straightforward. And then I would also like some kind of discernible chord progression, just to anchor the beat down. Because I feel like right now I'm listening to a lot of the ear candy, and it feels like there's just a ton of ear candy stacked on top of other ear candy, which is great. Every beat needs that. But I think to anchor the beat down and really ground it, oh, Niles is back. I'm back on Team Niles today, or Niles is back on Team Pain, one or the other. Leak Ted songs right now. I'm not gonna. I did say that, didn't I? You know why I'm not leaking all the Ted songs? Because I have the power to just finalize a lot of them. I mean, a lot of it falls on him, but a lot of it falls on me too. So once I complete that, then I would feel more comfortable, putting the figurative gun to his head and saying, all right, I'm going to leak this if we don't drop this officially. Yeah, dope beat. A lot of great ideas. What Niles is saying, a more prominent bass line, just something to really, the same way I would say for a rapper that submits a song where the hook just isn't catching me. It just doesn't feel super strong. The bass line doesn't feel super strong, and the bass line is the the heartbeat of the track. Ted lost a lot of his songs. What happened? I gotta call him. No, okay, I gotta call him. I mean, he didn't lose our songs because they're on in my studio. All right, we got the final beat. It's called "Live in the Moments," 84 beats per minute. I don't know who to give credit to because I asked everyone in my Discord to please include their name in the file name, and not everyone did. So "Live in the Moments," 84 beats per minute. If you want to join the Discord, if you're a producer, go to patreon.com/DJPayne1. You can sign up, join the Discord. We collaborate on beats. And anytime I'm doing one of these music reviews, if there are free slots, you will get in for free. For everyone else, if you're an artist, whatever you want me to review your songs, go to djpayne1.com. I do not accept song submissions directly via email or text or DMs. Please go to djpayne1.com. That is the only place to upload and submit your music. All right, "Live in the Moment" by Anonymous. No, Lord Magnus, I don't think a sustained bass note. I just mean a bass line that is strong and doesn't have so much movement that it doesn't feel grounded. Just a stronger bass line. It could just be a 3-note walk up, something where you really, one, it's prominent in the mix, but two, it just has a strong melody. Now, I am wearing the Quincy Jones designed headphones. Rest in peace. What Quincy Jones said about melody. Shout out to JP Tracks in the chat. What Quincy Jones said about melodies is that he can't explain them. They come from God. So take that as you will. I can't explain what a strong melody sounds like, other than when I hear it, I know it's a strong melody and it's catchy and it grounds the whole track. But oftentimes when you include just solid chords, these chords can be sustained. The chord should be sustained, in my opinion, for your particular beat. Once those chords are there as a foundation, then it makes it much easier to figure out how a solid bass line would sound. The bass mix on this sounds pretty good. I like the kick and the bass combination. And I like the chord progression. I mean, it's a pretty simple 4-chord turnaround. I do wish the dynamics were a little stronger on this beat. Yeah, I think we were talking about dynamics earlier. The the beat has a nice foundation. Just not much changes. I think the main guitar sound is cool, but so the drum sounds super organic, bass line sounds super organic, but that guitar, especially with that delay effect on it, feels a little synthetic. And so, it might just be a matter of you switching the VST to a different sound, something that's maybe more acoustic leaning or just a cleaner electric sound. Or, you can add something to it. I just did like a full review on the Tone Flex plugin, something like that. Just filter it a little bit, do a little sound design on it so it doesn't feel so digital. Because I think that's my main issue with just the sound selection. The guitar sounds very digital, while the rest of um, everything else sounds real organic and live. And so the cohesion is missing a little bit. But but um, I think as is, it's a solid foundation for a beat. The dynamics just aren't quite there yet. Uh, there's not there aren't discernible highs and lows, and also there's not much in terms of movement. You just kind of have the chords, the main guitar, and then everything else is just kind of the bed in which it lies. So I think you could add additional, counter melodies. You could add some drum fills. You could drop the dynamic down. You could add filters. You could add sections where the dynamic completely drops and then builds way up. But very solid beat. Once again, I appreciate all of you for tuning in. DJPain1.com is where to submit your music for a live review. It can be a song, it can be a beat. It doesn't matter the genre. Just go to DJPain1.com to submit. And if you submit, you will receive an email that gives you all the information on when you can tune in. I broadcast live theoretically every day, both to actually not both. I broadcast to Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. So shout out to everyone on all those platforms tuning in. And I will be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, God willing, if we have enough people submitting. If it's just like a couple people, I don't know, but it's Friday, so we'll see how that goes. Either way, I'll be back soon. You'll get the notification. Subscribe if you haven't, follow if you haven't. And I appreciate all of you. DJPain1.com is where to submit. Patreon.com/DJPain1 is how to join the Discord where we collaborate on beats. And I will catch you on the next one.